how much is an increased level of communication part of the solution? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think part of the Bruins culture is that we do communicate top to bottom, bottom up. And I think the energy level of what we've been missing in practice and in games is something that, we've talked about. And it was nice to see the players have some more energy and have some, smiles on their face and enjoying scoring goals in practice or making big saves.
Is in-game communication been lacking
No, energy levels. There's a difference between, I think communication in games has been fine. Whether we're playing well or playing poorly, reinforcing those things are what we need to do to change the game. That has remained there. But, there's energy levels sometimes in a season where you don't understand why it's missing. And, it was definitely missing in Utah and Nashville. I thought it was slightly better yesterday, especially in the first, but kind of waned on us in the second.
Does having a piece of town maybe don't solve that? You sort of get you jump to get you going in the right direction.
It never hurts having, one of your biggest rivals in town. That's for sure. I mean, it's both original six. I mean, last year's series alone, so that easily gets the juices going. It might be a good diversion, but the main focus has to be on our own progress and getting better.
when the physicality picks up in practice like it did today? Does it ever worry you that someone might get hurt, or is that something that you just don't think?
No, you don't ever worry about that. You tend not to get hurt when you're playing hard. It's when you're playing on the edge of your stick, on the end of your stick, I should say, is when usually injuries happen.
What would you hope a Marchand Coyle Audra line looks like?
A line that's going to lead us in our team identity, a line that's going to create scoring chances, a line that doesn't give up chances.
When you see the chemistry between Lindholm and Elias Lindholm and Pasternak?
Well, I think it's been pretty good. It's just the finish hasn't been. And the number of scoring chances isn't where we expect it to be, but they've had breakaways, they've had odd man rushes, they haven't connected on those. And same thing on the power play.
I got to go. Kept getting tough to be a part of that whole Minnesota high school hockey culture.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering back to your college or USHL days. Were those guys, not these two guys, but generally the Minnesota kids, different in terms of how they were prepared?
Well, I think Minnesota high school hockey has a great culture. Their talent level of players that they develop is incredible for one state, and there's a lot of great things about it. For us at Denver, or when I was in the USHL, I would draft players from Minnesota. It was hard to get them to come play junior hockey and leave high school hockey, and then to get them to leave the state of Minnesota, where there's, I think, 6 Division I programs, and there's some high-end programs. We did. The first player that we got to leave while I was there was Bobby Brink, and I actually never got the opportunity to coach him out of Minnesota. I was gone.
What drives that culture, you think, or why is it sustained?
Well, if you look at the state of Minnesota, it's the education. Public education is one of the highest ranked in the United States, and it's a really good family state. The divorce rate is less, so I think it's a family-centered culture that allows them, so people don't. If people leave the state, they come back.